Often than not, the number one question I get is, Bill, how do I get a full ride athletic scholarship? And I can just see it in their eyes that they think that I'm going to tell them some type of drills they can do, some type of diet they could be on, some type of exercises, some type of workout plan, something physical that's going to get them this scholarship. But the fact of the matter is, the secret about this whole process is this. Basketball can get you in the door, but your academics will keep you in the house. So today I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to balance hoop and your academics.
Hoop loud.
Yes, indeed, Big Brother Bear here to give you all that you want and what you need. Number one is you have got to have a plan. Now, some of you may dismiss this and say, if I have a plan, it's just not going to work. Every time I have a plan, it never works according to plan, so why even make a plan? Now, you need a plan for a number of reasons. One is you're going against the grain. What I'm telling you in this video today, you're going against the grain. Many of your peers will not be doing this. Think about it. Multi-million-dollar and billion-dollar businesses have plans. Think about it when you walk in the store. They already knew the Christmas layout of these stores 5-10 years beforehand. They knew where to put it as far as lighting was concerned. They knew where to put it as far as what colors they have to trigger people to buy stuff. They knew where to put that at. They knew the location. They knew all this human behavior, all this sociology and psychology to trigger you to buy. They don't just wake up happenstance and just say, let me just throw things on the sales floor and hope they buy things. They already have it planned out before you even get out your car. They already have it planned out. How can I make it as easy as possible so these people pay for as much things as possible as it relates to whatever their shopping experience? That's a plan. So you need a plan because you're going against the grain. You need a plan. If you don't have a plan, it's not going to work. And one thing to remember, a bad plan is still better than no plan. So make the plan anyway. Number 2, if you have not watched my student athlete interview with Cooper Cook, he was a 4.0 student that won a national championship the same year. He's actually a senior this year. I'm going to make sure I link that up so y'all can watch that video. But in that video, he dropped the gem when he said, study in the gaps of your classes. So that means you're going to have gaps in class. You may have in college, you may have an 8 o'clock class that lasts from 8 o'clock to 8:50, right? Your next class isn't until 10. What do you do with that time between 9 o'clock and 10? What do? You go back. If you're like me, someone who wasn't academically excellent in college or in high school, if you're like me, you're going back to the room and sleeping. I'm telling you not to do that. What I'm telling you is learn from Cooper Cook, and what he said was study in those gaps. Anytime you have exams, anytime you have tests, anytime you just have some materials you need to go over, go ahead and go over them then, because if you make that positive habit on a continuous enough basis, collectively, you won't have to have these overnight study-a-thons trying to cram all that stuff in, because by the end of the night, you're reviewing it one time and you're getting more sleep. Study in the gaps. Utilize those times where there's dead time where you normally would get some sleep. Even and Cooper said this as well. Even as it relates to being on the bus, when you're on the bus traveling to these games, go ahead and get a study session in. Be uncool, be corny for a minute. Let them laugh at you. Put some headphones in and focus on your work just for that time period. So when it's time to get some sleep at night, you can still get 8 hours, 9 hours of sleep because you took care of your stuff throughout the day. Number 3. Now, I know you've heard this. Everybody has some old heads in their life. Their advice about college is always, all you should worry about is school and your sport. That's it. You got 2 things to worry about. That's it. And my thing is this. First of all, that's not realistic. Number 1. And number 2, it's not healthy to just worry about school and your sport. The person that's telling you that, they love you, they just want to be helpful, but it's not practical, number 1. I'm not going to tell you that. So the 3rd tip I'm going to give you to balance hoop and school is schedule time just to chill, right? Schedule time to chill. There's nothing wrong with that. You're a person, you're an actual human being if you do so. Don't feel like you playing video games is bad. You going out hanging out with your teammates is bad. You just chilling, just kicking back, watching TV, like that's not bad. The bad part is when we binge on it. Like we sit there and we don't know how to unplug. We just glued to the TV. We procrastinate on the things that we're going to get done because we're so engulfed in Fortnite or whatever it is, right? See, that's when it becomes bad. Because at the end of the day, you would much rather miss that binge watching of this show or video games than to miss out on an opportunity to get a scholarship or to lose a scholarship. So I'm not saying that social life is bad. Social life is great. It's great. But only in moderation and only when you schedule it. You gotta schedule it when you do it and then stay on task so you can leave and go to the next thing that's gonna be actually productive for your day. But I'm not telling you that you shouldn't be having a good time. You should. But you should schedule it in and you should make sure it's a level of priority of what actually needs to get done first, and then you get to that. Number 4 is when I study student athletes that are successful in the classroom, there is one thing that it seems like they all have in common, and that is this. They hang around like-minded individuals, meaning they hang around like-minded individuals. So people that want to be good at study habits, they want to be good at time management, they want to be good at the academics, they want to study and actually get things done. People that want to do that, they hang around those people to do it because you know why? Because it rubs off on these, it starts rubbing off on them. Good habits rub off on them. You know, you hear people say, you know, when you play against people that are better than you, you gradually get better. And when you play against scrubs that aren't good, you start getting horrible. You start being lazy on passes. You start like not paying attention to detail. So academically, you need to make sure you hang around with people that are taking care of their business in the classroom, that are serious about it. Not because everybody's gonna say that, right? Everybody's gonna say that, oh, I'm serious about classes. You serious? For real? Because you missed your 8 o'clock like 3 times already this semester, and it's just September, right? Like you don't go to class on Fridays because Thursdays was last night and you don't get up in the morning. Like, are you serious? So I'm not saying ask somebody that's serious like verbally, but watch them. Watch the people that are serious about getting their schoolwork done and hang around with those individuals. And my last step, number 5, what I would say is utilize your resources. Some of you are having a hard time in college, not because you don't belong, not because you're not smart, not because you're not intelligent, not because you don't have what it takes inside you to get to the next step. None of those things. It's because you don't know about the resources that this university offers for you. It will blow your mind. Some of you come from backgrounds where you just can't call mom and dad to get the latest MacBook Pro. That's fine. Did you know that some universities and colleges have resources that they'll give you a laptop? Who knew that? Some of you, like me, have piss poor doggone study habits. Did you know they offer services in some of the disability centers where you can take your test at your pace? You don't have to take your test in a 45-minute block because everybody else is on that scale. Did you know that? Did you know there are resources out there like that? There are resources at your university. You just gotta be uncool enough to ask the question. And that's the thing. If you're not doing things because you feel like it's gonna be uncool, then chances are you're not making the right decision. Do not let resources go by the wayside because you're worried about being cool or not being corny or whatnot. Resources don't necessarily have to be physical like a laptop. Sometimes it can be more of a person being a resource, an accountability partner, someone knowing that this is the track that you're going to be on. Maybe it's a guidance counselor, maybe it's an admissions advisor. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's an academic advisor. I don't know what it is, but I know when there's a human element that's calling you out about what you said you were going to do and what you're actually doing, you got to level up and make sure you take care of business. Maybe it's your mom, maybe it's your dad, maybe it's your coach from back home, whomever it is, that you know that's going to be on your head about making sure that you take care of business academically. Those are 5 things that are super important as far as balancing school and balancing hoop or whatever sport you play. These 5 things are going to help you out a lot. So a quick update I want to give you before I let you go is I got some hoodies on the way for those individuals that signed up for the giveaway on the website. Make sure you go check out www.hooplottie.com. I got some more. I got some more pieces coming out, some great designs I want you guys to have. I'm going to have these 25 pieces out to you sometime soon. You should be expecting it within the next 2 weeks. I'm trying to get it to you before Christmas, but in the next 2 weeks, you're going to have them. When you get them, let me know you got them. Let me know what you thought about them. Some of you have already made orders over the weekend and last week. I appreciate those orders. Thank you for those orders, and I'll be connecting with y'all soon about it. So as always, whether it's on the court or off, in the classroom, out, graduate at the top of your class. Hoop louder.
Hoop loud E.